get prepared here for so 164. The descent rate about 800 feet per minute. Keep hitting the back of the seat. That's just wondering about that kind of odd texturing on this. Oh, that's why it's odd looking texturing. It's actually street. It's the road lights. That's why it looks a little bit like it's banding. It's just the road lights. So let's, while we're here, take a look at descent. Ice protection is required. B2 static heat on if OAT is below 4C, which it probably still is. In fact, we didn't turn off the... That's interesting. Let's... Anyway, I'll just leave the cabin signs on, since that seems to give us additional lighting. That's a bit odd. Seeing some sort of reflection from the cabin in that case. There you go, we finally get to see the sun. Might as well leave that on. Gives us a bit more lighting. So altimeter set, we'll have to check that for Bristol. Power as required, I'll just pull back the power for that one. So yeah, that is, it's not an awful lot to really think about with that, 32 frames per second. Again, it just proves that there's not an awful lot that you need to really deal with this aircraft. It's quite simple. A little bit gloomy down there, but you can see the hedgerows. And as the sun sinks, so for now, without having to use ATC, there's no need for transponder codes and that kind of thing, or setting radio, so that will add more complexity. Interesting to see just how dark it gets when we close to arrive. What time is that? 4:15. Again, have to zoom in. Yeah, it's coming to 4:15. Just a few more miles to go. Here, while I'm remembering, it's runway 27, so yeah, because the other way is 09, so that will be 27. There you go. I haven't seen any aircraft so far, so hopefully world traffic is going to give us some close to Bristol, hopefully non-landing. So 5 miles short of the descent point. Let's sync the DG again. It's a tiny bit out of sync. The temperature we're looking at still. That's close to, yeah, still about the same, about 18, minus 18C. A few lower clouds there. And coming to descent, about 10 miles from Hormax, we will begin that descent to 2,500 feet at, well, I'll just check, about 800 feet per minute. So a rather uneventful flight so far, which is good. See if we can pull off a decent landing into Bristol. It's a little while since I last did a landing in this aircraft, so we'll see how that works. And coming to the descent. That's working. Always a bit of an adventure getting that to work correctly. Let's just back off on the power. See if we can maintain about 125. Let's take it down a bit more. Should get us back down to about 125. Okay, descent, tires protection is required. Fine with that. Cabin signs, I'm just leaving that as it is. Altimeter set as we pass below 10,000. I will get that from Bristol. And power as required. So power is dropping now to about 120. Have to add a little bit if it drops below. Let's start going through these clouds. Before landing checklist, fuel tank selectors both on, fuel condition lever high idle. Prop control lever maximum, autopilot off, wing flaps as desired. So we have to be below 175 knots for flaps 10, which we are certainly in that range. Airspeed is about where we want it to be. So we descend down towards 2,500 feet. So all going to plan at this moment in time. Hopefully that will continue all the way to parking and shutdown. So once we get close to BRI, we will activate the approach for runway 27, which is the ILS. Which reminds me, just double check. Decimal 15. And while we're here, let's get the if I can. Zoom in on this. 3065. view. Zoom in a bit more. And it is definitely becoming a little bit darker. Hopefully this lighting is going to be enough, because quite honestly I don't see where there are any more lighting switches. I don't have any cockpit lighting, which is unfortunate. Just have instrument lighting, unless I'm missing something. Certainly these, I'm not seeing any difference. Maybe I should fly this aircraft at night more often and become more familiar with it. But I think that's it. Well, we'll just have to make do with that anyway, regardless. So coming out to 2,500 feet at 800 FPM. And airspeed is still absolutely where we want it to be, and still holding at about 30. Well, just when I was saying 30, dropped down at about 23, but now it's back up to 31 FPS. So clouds down to about 3,000 feet, so quite a distance to go, although temperature's picking up. We're closing on 0C. Got some low hills to the left front. And hopefully we're going to have enough time to get down there. Let's have a look at ground speed. Yeah, I should be about 700 FPM. We're exceeding that, so we'll be down in plenty of time. So all is good at the moment. Hopefully that will, as I say, hopefully that will continue. Kind of difficult to spot anything going on the ground. It's starting to pick up a little bit of lighting. But there's not much activity that we can... Yeah, I think we're starting to see lighting from the road traffic. So that's starting to come alive a little bit more. But again, still no air traffic. Just change that. Hopefully that's going to be enough. Feels like we're coming down a little bit too slow. Oops, got that right. Got me again. Descend a bit quick. I'm not sure if we're going to get down. I just want to be absolutely sure that we're going to get down where we need to in time. Would have probably been okay, but I just want to be sure that we're not struggling for altitude. .110.15. I really have a hard time getting ILS to work on this aircraft for some reason. Every time I do a complete flight, I don't seem to get glide slope indication, which is really odd. I'm doing a straight in landing, then I get it, but I've never seen it in a complete flight. Hopefully this is going to surprise me, because I'd like to have that make my life a little bit easier. Okay, we're coming to BRI at 4,000 feet. Speed's picking up a little bit. Yeah, that's it. Steepened descent. Let's get the tilt back. So again, looking at descent, all we need is condition lever, high idle, which it is, prop full forward. Yeah, everything's pretty smooth. Oh, I've seen a bit more life on the ground. What are we, 3,500? Yeah. And of course now we can't see anything at all. Temperature dropping down again. Now we're at 0. Probably leave the ice protection on until touchdown. These are going to get a little bit busy quite soon. 10 miles out from BRI. Let's get that strobe off. So pass through the clouds. So we're below them now. As soon as I turn it off, and have that issue now. Strobe back on. Now we're getting a little bit more activity. We'll soon activate the approach, and hopefully this is going to go smoothly. That is some pretty thick clouds we've got above us. That is not looking pleasant at all. Surprised we're not having rain. Okay, 5 miles out from BRI, I'll activate the approach. Now we have a bit of colourful traffic on the road. Good to see the roads full of traffic like that, rather than just having sparse, kind of representative traffic. That looks really nice. Frame rate's dropping a little bit down to about 25, 26. Figure out where the approach is there. Should have had the flight director on already, really. May need to add that flight director reminder onto the checklist. And we're coming up to the point to activate the approach. Wow, airspeed has massively dropped off. Let's get that back up. Too busy sightseeing. This is we've leveled out. What we'll do, just under that cloud base. So now 1,000 feet, airspeed coming up to 150. Let's just back it off a slight bit. And let's activate the approach. Speed 120. And just check that out again. Quite a distance now to what am I doing? Completely lost. I'm not sure why we're going all the way that way. Let me see if I can. Anyway, we're going all the way up there, apparently. Let's see if I can just shortcut that. I don't want to be going all the way up there. Awesome if I can actually, yeah, there you go. Let's get this airspeed down a little bit. Just shorten this out a little bit. Hopefully this will all go to plan, otherwise got some issues. Getting down to about 100 knots. Don't have any issues making these turns. Out of the way a little bit. So hopefully we're going to make a right turn here and it will all work out smoothly. Left turn? Why are we making a left turn? Okay, I'm just gonna let it. Why are we making a left turn to be quick? I'm just gonna let it go through the flight plan at the moment. We're going the long way around. Just trying to go the simple way. So I'm just going to let it go the way it wants to go. Check that. So we're looking for 267. Let's get rid of that for a second. Looks about right for that. I don't want it to get much darker. Is one consideration. It's fairly dark as it is. again we slowed right down, which I didn't want to do. That's crazy slow. It just seems to stick on what you want it to do, and then when you look away it just creeps down. It doesn't seem to be a lot of I don't know, it just seemed to really get away from you really quickly. If you can just stick on 100 now, that'll be fine. Still getting the hang of these power settings. Please stay on 100 knots. Okay, we're getting close to turning to the north, then we'll turn west. That speed is a little bit gotten away from me again. Really slows down really quickly, surprisingly quickly. Last thing I need is to stall it. It's getting away, and it's not a huge difference between the setting I had it on and the setting I've got it on now, and it's kind of getting away a bit. It's surprising how quickly it slows down. Because we're going so slow, these legs take that little bit longer. But on the bright side, we do get to look at the scenery a little bit more as it gets darker. So what is the actual time now? 4:40. And we should soon start to make the left turn. Pretty much due north before turning to the west, and by the time we start preparing for the landing, flaps at flaps turn. So making the turn to D north. It's just a short leg and turning to the west. Airspeed at 100, which is where I want it to be. You see the runway. Not sure if that's Bristol. Is that Bristol over that way? That's a great view. One of those dark and ominous clouds. So, looking at 268. We'll very soon start to get flaps down. First stage of flaps. Always looking out for the glide slope. I'll slow it up a little bit. A bit of power. Turning onto the runway. Let's get more flaps in. Still no glide slope. I want to see that glide slope soon. We're not seeing glide slope unless my frequency is off, which I don't think it is. I need that glide slope soon. I think we're going to have to kind of bail out of the glide slope. I'm not seeing glide slope, which is starting to worry me, so I want to be getting down soon. Just want to double check something. Okay, we are going to have to get down. I don't understand what's going on here, to be honest. Full flaps. Completely unconventional. I'm coming down way too fast, but I'm getting held up waiting for glide slope, and glide slope never appears. Not quite sure what's going on with that. I'm thinking I'm doing something wrong with that. I'm sure that frequency is correct. I'm just not getting glide slope. So here I am improvising landing late on again for the second flight in a row. Just holding on waiting for the glide slope and it never appears. But this is Bristol and this is runway 27. Bit of an improvised landing, but that's becoming the norm with this aircraft for some reason. Steep approach. Trying to line up as best I can. A bit to the left. Have some power. Before I get too low. Line it up, I'm not doing so good at the moment. It's drifting right a little bit. The speed is good. Just get remotely centre line. acceptable landing. Good bit early flare. That will do. Crikey, we're just drifting a little bit. Get it slowed down. I can't even remember which way we turn off the front way. It's got to be to the right. Let's get it remotely on centre line. Slow it down. And we are off the runway. Flaps up. Just want to clear this, slow it down rather than trying to. Let's just parking brake on for a second. Strobes off. I think that pretty much. After landing, wing flaps up, eyes protection off. Which one's the other one? Strobes off, landing the taxi lights as required. Fuel condition, low idle. That's a prop. Okay, all that done. And so let's taxi to parking somewhere. I'm not even sure where we're going to park. Totally unfamiliar with parking at Bristol. I'm not sure if have I landed here before? I'm not even sure if I have. I'll have kind of an impromptu tour of Bristol. So yeah, that was in the end again an eventful flight. I'm not sure what's going on with the glide slope. I keep thinking I'm getting something wrong, but I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll have to double check the frequency, but it should be 110.15. But I never get glide slope on at the end of a complete flight. Works fine on a straight and approach and landing, but every time I do a complete flight I never get it. I'm just going to do picking up speed a bit too fast here. Let's do a bit of a tour of Bristol while we're here, just veering off the offline a little bit. So it was always a fun and eventful flight. See, it would be so much better if there was actual traffic, ground traffic here that was active. Engines starting, taxiing. I don't know if Bristol actually has a taxiing network defined, which is kind of disappointing. Again, it's one of those things where, because there doesn't seem to be a management of the add-on situation, not everything is communicating correctly. Nice headlights on the ground vehicles. So some decent buildings, not exactly cutting edge, but just going to find somewhere to park at this point. Accuracy is not as important as taking a look at the scenery. So it's a little bit different, a flight in these weather conditions. And also, let's take a look down here, see what we're going to find here, and bump into these airport vehicles. I'm just going to find any old spot to park. Let's take this next right. See the lights reflecting on the nose of the aircraft. Does this lead to hopefully a parking spot? Yeah, we're just going to stop under these convenient lights. And just roll it to a stop. And there you have it. I think that's pretty much on the mark when it eventually does stop. Parking brake set, so shut down, parking brake set, avionics off. Make the correct point. Fuel boost off. Can't remember which one's a fuel boost. Yep, fuel boost is off. Bleed hair is always off. I always forget to turn that off. Or turn that on. Power lever is idle. ITT is stabilised. Prop control lever feather. Bring it all back to the feather position. All the way back to the feather position for control lever, propeller control lever, fuel condition lever into the cut-off position. And let's get the lighting off. Oh. And battery off. So one of these. See, this is the problem. I can't see the fuel connector. There you go. I think I'll turn that one off. And there we have it. At this point, it's time to. Can I open this door from the inside? Aye, indeed, I can. That's wonderful, Carenado. It's quite a drop to the tarmac. Yeah, that has been a complete flight from Southampton to Bristol. Hope you enjoyed that. It was an interesting flight. Interesting change in weather and also lighting. Been doing a lot of clear weather flying recently, so it's nice to do something a little bit different. Although of course we didn't get to see much of the true Earth scenery. Although we did get to see it in different lighting conditions, and we got to see Bristol at night, and an interesting airport it is. So hope you enjoyed that, and as always, feel free to like, comment and subscribe.